Congress has tweeted a video of the chairman of Dassault, the company that manufactures Rafale fighter jets, in which the chairman is saying that the deal with Hindustan Aeronautics to manufacture 108 Rafales in India was very close to being signed. He said this just 17 days prior to the visit of the Prime Minister to France, where Mr. Modi said that India was looking to acquire 36 fighters directly from France. The key question, what changed in these 17 days? Listen to that video.
Is also something we have in mind and started with the famous MMRCA program and the RFP issued in 2007, which led to a major success for us, the choice of Rafale by India in 2012 as we call it, L1, after a demanding competition. Rafale is the next logical step. After an outstanding amount of work and through discussions, you can imagine my great satisfaction to hear, on one hand, from Indian Air Force Chief of Staff that he wants a combat-proven aircraft and a polyvalent fighter, which could be the Rafale, when we would have signed, which should be, again, as I said, a logical step. And on the other hand, from HAL Chairman, that we are in agreement for the responsibilities sharing, considering as well our conformity with the RFP in order to be in line with the rules of this competition. I strongly believe that contract finalization and signature could come very soon.
Joining us for more on this big story is Vishnu Shom and Nidhi Razdan. Vishnu, to you first. This is very intriguing. What changed in these 17 days?
Well, Rohit, I can tell you we've spoken to our sources in Dassault, and what they're trying to explain over here is that, number one, they started speaking to the Reliance Group, which was initially the Mukesh Ambani Reliance Group, which was then became the Anil Ambani Reliance Group as far as the defense business is concerned, before 2015. In fact, my sources indicating that this process had started in 2013, 2014. And when I asked my sources specifically about this particular video and what really happened, the answer to that was quite clear that, look, the entire proposal lay with the Defence Ministry. This company, Dassault, was very interested obviously in this contract, and they were hopeful of actually getting it. And by this contract, I mean the arrangement that they sought to get with Hindustan Aeronautics. However, that did not happen. But at the time the statement was made by Mr. Eric Trappier, the chairman of Dassault, there was an expectation or a hope that it would actually happen. Ultimately, it didn't.
All right, another question the government has not answered yet is how the HAL was part of the negotiations with Dassault until the eve of the Prime Minister's visit to France in April 2015. In fact, on the 8th of April 2015, the then Foreign Secretary S Jaishankar held a press conference and he said that HAL was very much on board. So what changed in 2 days? Remember, the deal was announced just 2 days later on the 10th of April. Nidhi Razdan joins me for more on this. Nidhi, how is the government explaining this?
Well, I think this is the bit the government really needs to answer. So two things have, all reporters are really sort of retracing the steps of what happened in April 2015 leading up to this announcement. So you have, for instance, this video that the Congress put out, which Vishnu was just talking about, which is just 17 days before there was a sudden U-turn, and 17 days before this visit, as this video shows, it looked like Dassault and HAL were very much in talks for this deal. But perhaps even more damning is this. This is the former Foreign Secretary, the then Foreign Secretary at the time, Jaishankar, who held his customary press conference for reporters on the Foreign Ministry beat. This was on the 8th of April. And this is what he said about the Rafale. He was asked 3 questions on the Rafale. The transcript is still on the MEA website, mind you. And this is what it says. He says, in terms of Rafale, my understanding is that there are discussions underway between the French company, our Ministry of Defence, the HAL, which is involved in this. These are very technical, detailed discussions. We do not mix up leadership level visits with deep details of ongoing defence contracts. That a leadership visit usually looks at big picture issues, even in the security field, unquote. This is what the Foreign Secretary said literally on the eve of Mr. Modi's departure to Paris, and this is what the government really needs to explain. What changed between the 8th of April and then on the 10th of April, when this visit was announced, because it's very clear that Mr. Jaishankar, who was the senior most diplomat on this visit, also had no clue, obviously, that an announcement was pending, because he said the complete opposite to reporters. He's talked about HAL, and like I said, this is the official transcript on the Ministry of External Affairs website that continues to exist even today.